This is a story all too often told in silence, and told by objects no longer loved, wanted, or owned. This is a tale of trash. As an artist who struggled with having too much stuff, I began conducting research about compulsive hoarding, disposability, and dispossession through OCAD University's interdisciplinary art, media, and design program. I couldn't help but wonder why I came to ignore the possessions I no longer wanted or needed. Why do new things so often make me quickly forget everything great that I've already got? So in 2014, I embarked on an exploratory research journey about what it means to live in an era of excess, abundance, and accumulation. Motivated by questions like, how do we, both as individuals and as a global culture, get rid of our things? What do our relationships with these discarded objects look like? Where does all this stuff, for which our desire has been extinguished, end up? On a photographic mission to document the cumulative residue of consumer behavior and how it is managed by man and machine, I visited Toronto's municipal waste systems to see what industrial-scale recycling and composting looked like. I strolled through an open-air flea market in New Jersey, a rural Ontario landfill. I was invited to visit Shanghai, China, a city swept by change, where I observed the practices of determined street scavengers harvesting recyclable materials. Alongside my image-making practice, I collaborated with a range of interdisciplinary scholars to found the new Journal of Exposition Studies, a hybrid academic and arts-based research journal offering anthropological, philosophical, and psychological understandings of waste, discard, and detritus. It's become increasingly apparent that hyperconsumption has trained popular culture to gorge on cheap disposable goods. The cost of ethics, economic stability, and our ecosystem. The prevalence of hoarding tendencies and consumer debt should be seen as a wake-up call to confront these issues on a human scale. Rather than accuse transnational corporate greed for these concerns, I wanted to set out to study the state of mind that allowed material objects to gather in great quantity at the fringes of culture, noting that the only objects sold are those which someone buys. Through the findings of this journey, I've been able to share my knowledge and discoveries. I've learned how others practice a type of mindful consumption, care for that which is already owned, and shift their perceptions of the material world as one that is instrumental and infinite towards one that is finite and deserving of our deepest respects.